A fire-resilient home begins long before flames appear.
The first battle is not inside the house, but around it.
Safety starts when risk is designed for, not ignored.
What looks calm on the outside is actually layered protection.
A fire-safe house begins at the surfaces where embers first land.
One weak vent can become a doorway for fire.
The safest house still needs the right space around it. Protection becomes a bendable water path. A self-protecting house needs more than alarms. It needs stored response. Detection is the nervous system of fire defense.
The home must before it can suppress it.
The most important systems are often the ones you never see.
Good protection doesn't have to look like fear.
The threat can come from inside a room or from the sky.
Glass has to be protected before heat ever reaches it.
A house survives longer when its skin resists becoming fuel. Real resilience is built into the layers between surfaces.
Stopping fire spread inside the house buys precious time.
The safest house identifies its highest risk spaces first.
Protection must survive the same emergency that creates the danger. Early warning is what turns seconds into choices. A residential sprinkler responds to the fire where it starts. What looked like a quiet roof becomes an active shield.
The goal is not spectacle. The goal is to deny fire a place to hold.
Most dangerous fire contact begins as tiny ignition opportunities.
Resilience is not one feature. It is many details working together.
The real test is what happens in a normal room on a normal day.
Fast, local suppression can keep a small fire from becoming a disaster.
A smarter house does more than react. It reports.
The faster information moves, the faster damage stops.
Dalatos. Trust grows when performance can be measured.
Fire safety is also a question of how heat is managed at the surface.
The right materials perform best when supported by the right system. Many failures begin in the corners nobody wants to check. The safest landscape is designed in layers, not left to chance.
Fire resilience includes how the living landscape is managed.
A strong system can still be defeated by small openings. Even airflow has to be controlled when fire enters the equation.
A safe house is not only about suppression, it is about helping people move clearly.
Automation works best when the people inside understand it.
Technology builds trust only when ordinary people can use it.
Protection fails fastest when maintenance is treated as optional.
The best protection disappears when nothing goes wrong.
A resilient house still has to feel like home.
New energy systems need new layers of safety. A fire-resilient home stays aware, even when it is only waiting.
The real test begins before the fire is visible.
Preparedness is strongest when the system checks itself.
Distance from fuel is time gained.
The moment danger becomes visible, every earlier decision starts to matter.
Fire often reaches homes as embers, long before flames.
Resilience shows itself in the first few minutes of contact.
This is the moment the house begins fighting for itself. No single feature protects a home alone.
The safest surface is the one that refuses to become fuel.
Most success in fire defense comes from details too small to notice in calm weather.
A fire breaks momentum when it runs out of easy fuel.
A good emergency system protects both people and what they leave behind.
The more precise the response, the more effective the water becomes.
Fast local intervention stops small outside ignitions from becoming structural fire.
The cost of missing protection often appears next door first.
A self-protecting house does not replace firefighters. It gives them time and options.
The best technology helps responders make faster decisions.
The house does not need to be invincible. It only needs to deny fire a foothold.
Interior fire protection matters, even when the outside threat is the headline.
A resilient house is built for more than one kind of fire.
Real resilience keeps working when the grid does not.
The house stands because protection was designed as a chain, not a gadget. Survival depends not only on activation, but on controlled persistence.
The real proof of design appears in the morning after.
A successful defense leaves marks, not collapse.
Resilience gets stronger when performance is examined honestly.
A good system leaves behind evidence, not guesswork.
This is the moment. Engineering becomes personal.
Protection matters most when life can continue after the emergency ends.
A saved house means saved routines, memories, and stability.
Good protection is built to recover.
Resilience is not just surviving once. It is staying ready for next time.
When one house performs, an entire industry learns.
The value of one protected home can spread beyond one property line.
Fire resilience becomes powerful when it can be repeated.
The next step is making protection easier to build correctly.
A resilient home is not one invention. It is a chain of compatible parts.
The strongest protection costs less in complexity when it is designed from day one.
Technology spreads only as fast as skilled hands can install it.
Comparison is where protection stops sounding theoretical.
No single detail saves a house. The chain does.
A successful safety system gives normal life back.
The quiet house is still working, even when nothing is happening.
Trust grows when protection becomes part of everyday care.
A resilient house has to be understood before it can be chosen.
People invest when value becomes visible, not abstract.
Safety does not have to come at the cost of architecture.
We're fighting for that. The strongest protection that multiplies when communities adopt it together.
A resilient home works best when the systems around it also evolve.
Resilience should not be reserved only for new construction.
What matters most is not luxury. It is correct implementation.
Fire resilience becomes stronger when neighbors act before the next season.
Long-term safety is built not only with systems, but with understanding.
When risk is reduced visibly, value begins to change with it.
Scalability is what turns a strong idea into a real market solution.
A safe house is built by more than one profession.
Every stage matters because every stage supports the next.
One resilient home can become the beginning of a resilient street.
The highest value of a protected home is not technology. It is continuity of life.
The strongest systems do their best work by waiting well.
What people call a self-extinguishing house is really a chain of coordinated defenses.
Resilience is not the absence of danger. It is the ability to continue after it.
When a home holds on, emergency resources can protect more lives elsewhere.
Long-term safety is sustained by many small acts, not one heroic moment.
And from hardened materials to automatic suppression to real life after the fire, this is how a house earns trust.
From risk-aware design to real protection and continued family life, a fire-resilient home creates value through...
For this episode. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We hope this gave you a deeper look at how real quality is made and quality and why trust matters.